Hey folks, GHondo here, and welcome back to Captain of Industry. This is episode 69. In the last episode, we upgraded the ship to have ever so slightly better armor. And while that didn't really do much for the battle score, it was just enough that we discovered we could handle these 610 fights. Like this one, for an example, we would be able to handle. There does seem to be some random factors. We could lose them once in a while, maybe, but the amount of damage we take is brutal. But we did do it. We won this rock mine, which I may or may not ever bother with, and this settlement, where we could have contracts to get us uranium ore should we ever want it. So that's pretty neat. But let's go ahead and pick off one of these other 610s. There's a couple of them floating around. Let's go grab one. In the meantime, we are researching gold, smelting, as that leads, if we can get back all the way over here, that leads into the computing stuff, which we will eventually need for the data center to get, more ship stuff later. So it's a long chain. So we're getting off the first bit here, which is gold. So that's very cool. Oops. So yeah, that's where we are. So we may end up trading for gold, or I might end up putting in a mining bit over here. I have not decided yet. We definitely can get up there now. Or at least we will be able to shortly. I have been building this ramp. And they're almost done it, actually. Just a few squares here and they should be good. Probably don't need some of these extra squares. They'll never happen anyway. But yeah, so we will be able to get up there relatively soon. And maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea to start mining gold, yeah? Because I don't know how much of it we need. Yeah, let's go ahead and just mine this. Oops, first though, let's make sure our ship is okay. Yeah, not too bad. That wasn't too bad at all. A bunch of electronics, tons of repairs. Good times. Alright, what is this bit here? Is that limestone? No. Quartz? Okay, it's quartz. Wouldn't be a bad thing to have some more of that as well, so maybe I'll make the mine up here digging this way, and we may happen to grab a bit of that just as a bonus. Works for me. I think that's right now. Yeah, because you're going... yeah, from the plus 21 down to negative 11. Okay, so this is now facing the right way. Okay. Okay. So let's get a mining tower here. Does not matter too much where that lives, as long as it's close enough that we can expand the area. Good enough. Right, so what all will you need? Well, you'll need a fueling station of some kind. Doesn't matter if it's hydrogen or diesel. Make this one a hydrogen one just for funsies. That means you will need storage for hydrogen. We should probably, while we're at it, also go ahead and give you one for the gold ore itself. Probably loose, right? Certainly looks like it. Which I may not be able to set yet because we haven't officially researched it. Yeah, I can't set that yet. That's okay. That's fine. Not a problem. You will be hydrogen. You will ask for a little bit at all times. Okay, that should be fine. We'll need an excavator and some trucks for it. Mostly the excavator though. I'll just build you a couple. And that'll be fine. Okay. So yeah, so none of that's going to happen, of course, until this ramp is done, but like I say, it's pretty close already, so that I don't think that'll be too long. And the ship is repaired, so let's go out and find another 610. You'll do. Okay. Do we have enough glass and steel and everything to do the last of the farms? I'm going to say yes. Yes, we do. Okay. For some reason, I keep thinking it's got to fight before it does the explore, but it has to do the explore before the fight. It always just seems backwards to me. Anyway. There we go. You're taking less and less damage every time. This game doesn't do like an experienced crew or something kind of bonus, does it? So the battle score definitely isn't changing. Maybe it's just getting luckier. Or maybe we just got really unlucky in that first battle where it limped back with 300 hit points. Brutal. Well, I guess doing this ramp means that my oceanic platform here is not really moving, but that's okay. I do want access to this gold, so... So we'll let them do this part first. Apparently we definitely need more trucks. Although I do know part of that, of course, is, you know, this. Massive, massive, massive question of cobblestone laying, so that's fine. Alright, last greenhouse is built. So we should now have just a staggering amount of food. Which in turn means we may as well go ahead and do this last housing upgrade. We don't need the workers yet, but we might as well already have them. No reason not to. I guess having to bring hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of materials over here for repairs is probably not helping the truck busyness situation either, but anyway. Diesel doesn't seem to be doing all that well. I'm sure the actual distillations are running full speed, right? Oh yeah, you're definitely running. Maybe I just am using a bit too much right now. But you guys should not be on, right? Yeah, you're definitely not on. Alright. I'm sure it's okay, as long as we're careful, we should be fine. Okay, so the excavator's done, some of the trucks are done. We clearly are not here yet because none of this has started, so... It's really quite neat, these little pushes of pure junk, and yet it's absolutely required. That's very cool. Is there something we could be spending some of this Unity on? Any edicts we might want these days? Probably not. So we already have the fuel savers on, which are the important ones. We definitely don't need the farming boost. Right. With all those greenhouses, we definitely don't need that. I suppose I could just kick this back on just to save some parts, but it's minor, but we'll do it anyway. Alright, well I'm going to pause the video for a little bit, just let that last bit of research go, and I'll be back. And we're back. Research is at 99%, so we're basically there. This ramp is so close to being ready. Obviously it's not ready yet, so none of this has happened, but it's so close. So I was looking at how this actually works, and this is going to be kind of a mess. So basically, so we'll mine the gold ore, that part's fine. We send it through a crusher, either a normal one or a big one, doesn't matter. So now you have crushed ore. You then send that back through another crusher to go from crushed to powder. Okay, so that part's fine. We can do that wherever. That's just 2 crushers. You then take that powdered stuff into a smelting tank, and you'll need acid. So we're going to need access to sulfur and water to make more acid. But anyway, you take that through a smelter to give you this concentrate. You then take the concentrate up here to a gold furnace, add some sand, and that's how you actually finally get gold. So really the only tricky part, I think, is going to be having access to acid. So I think I want to do it over here near where I have easy access to water, and the actual trip to haul sulfur over is not so bad. So that, I think, is what it's going to end up being. So let us pause here and try to actually put this together. Okay, so right off the bat, we need 2 crushers. Now, I don't know if we really need the large crushers for this, or if we'll just use the small ones. I don't know how much actual ore we're going to end up mining, but maybe I should just do proper full crushers and just know that they're not going to be running all that often. Maybe that's the best way. Okay, well, either way, we're going to have ore coming in from the right. We'll put a tank over here somewhere, and it's going to basically go into a crusher, So we put this, say, something like that, right? So you're going to be round 1 crushing, which is the ore to crushed, and you are going to be from the round 2 one, from crushed to powder. Right, and then we will want some storage for the actual ores. That can be just basically here. Gold ore standard. Right. We'll ask you to keep full. Right. Okay. Alright, so at this point, we now have the powdered version, right? Because it's been through there twice. So, once we have the powdered version, we now need a smelting tank, and it will need the acid. But let's get the smelting tank itself going here. Did I not type that in right? Let's try that again. Oh, settling tank. Oh, that's smelting tank. Am I, like, blind? Yes, I am. I looked at the word settling and read smelting. Good. Okay. Now, it's also going to need somewhere to output this disgusting water, but we'll sort that out after. First, let's just assume we can get that going here-ish. Now, to get the acid, that was in which kind of a mixer? Okay. We'll put that down kind of like here, let's say, so that we have room for trucks to get at it fairly easily, right? And you are going to be the sulfur plus water equals acid. So all things being equal, you should never have trucks coming in, because everything is belted to you. You will need trucks coming to you for the sulfur, so I'm not doing anything with that. You should be entirely 100% automated, and so should you. Because everything should be trucked to here. Okay, so far so good. Now, by the time we get to here, these have both happened, so now we have the gold ore concentrate and the toxic slurry to deal with. Okay. I assume I can just dump this. Or, oh, I could wastewater it if I want to bring brine involved. I mean, kind of? Do I have brine already? Did I ever bother doing that? If I did, it's up here somewhere. I do. I do have access to brine. So maybe I just haul that slurry up and make a processing thing up here somewhere. Okay. We can definitely do that. So that is wastewater treatment. So we'll need to put this up here somewhere. I'm not sure where this is going to go yet. So just kind of as a placeholder, I think it's just going to go here. But we'll come back and deal with you later. For now, I'm just going to pipe it in and we'll sort out the logistics of getting it to actually run afterwards. Okay, so you... In fact, if I just run this basically straight up here, I could ramp across it pretty easily, right? It's still a very long way. Absolutely reuse all of these bridges we've already got. Follow this along. Again, just reuse existing infrastructure wherever possible. Just try and stay kind of out of the way of everything. What part are we upset about? Okay, we don't want to go across that way. Fine, we'll go underneath it then. That certainly looks weird, doesn't it? Yeah, that's not right at all. That looks better. Okay. Almost there. Okay, there's something funny with that pipe. I'm gonna have to fix that at some point, but not right now. For now, you are simply going to keep going and finally connect. Okay, so it's not done yet, but at least it's piped in. Right, okay. The gold ore concentrate was a furnace, I believe. Yes. It should be, yeah, one you're talking about. And this can just be belted directly, I think. Should probably put some of these ramps in now while I'm thinking about it. Okay. Those might move at some point, but for now they'll be fine. Okay. Alright, so as far as we're concerned, that's cabled in, cabled in, cabled out, so no trucks in or out for you ever. Sand has to come by truck, so that has to stay on. So we just need the exhaust and the actual gold out. Wowee. Some flat conveyor and a smokestack for your exhaust, and this can be basically almost on top of it because we don't actually care, we just want rid of it. And that is just basic exhaust and only basic exhaust, just in case it matters. It shouldn't, but just in case. Okay. So as far as I'm concerned, everything here is done except for the slurry processing. Okay. So, brine needs to be hauled over here. That is you. This is going to get exciting. But if I just kind of snake around here, following this one, it shouldn't be too badly in the way, right? Okay, that's not that bad. I don't think I need a ramp here at this point. I don't think. Anyway, that will produce actual real water, which is lovely. Or do I have an existing already water line? You'll do. So you are the blue one up here. Okay. That I probably should ramp just in case. Why not? Let's just do it right. Okay. And oops. Finally, slag can just be trucked out. Later I might belt it. Not now. What is this filter media? That's something we do not know how to make yet. Good. Good. Okay. So this is not going to run right now. After all that. Okay, so that's something we're going to make in a mixer once. So we're going to have to research this real quick. That's fine. Then we will just need a mixer somewhere nearby, and everything just will have to be trucked to it. But that's fine. So we can at least put that mixer down somewhere. I don't suppose it matters too much where. But I think that's going to be the output for it here, probably. But I'm not going to be allowed to do it until we actually have that recipe anyway, so. Okay. I'm going to pause video again, let them build all this stuff and get this researched, because I do want to see gold happen before we end for today, so I'm going to pause here and let them do all the busy work. I'll be back. Okay, and we are back. So all this obviously has been built. We have been doing some mining. It happened to start in this section up here, so it's been mostly dirt, but it has been getting some gold ore through. So that's decent. I paused this when it wasn't quite full so we could actually watch it run. But that took forever to build. This pipe alone was 137 red parts. So in addition to all the other buildings, that is just, yeah, it's brutal. We're still catching up on red parts. And technically the wastewater isn't quite done yet, but that won't stop this from running. There's enough storage in that pipe, it'll be fine. Anyway, there it is there. But yeah, I wanted to see this process run. Oh, so I've got scrap on here as well. We won't have any yet, but now that we'll be using it, we might get some recyclables that generate it, so there we go. Gold is being blasted. And there we go. We have gold. It's official. We're a gold economy now. But anyway, yes, there's enough storage in that pipe to last until we get over to here. And I don't think it makes a huge difference whether we use real sand or manufactured sand, which I'm pretty sure were the two options. Yeah, so we'll just use normal sand. That's totally fine. My guess was right on where that lives, so that's fine. Your outputs should never need to be done. The inputs obviously do, but the outputs should not. There we go. That's some filter media. As soon as this is done, which should not take long, there we go. And with that, we are taking this horrible toxic slurry and making it into reasonable amounts of water. And we get some bonus slag, which is not a huge deal, but it does mean our sour water can work better. Or for that matter, the build over here, which obviously has restarted now that this ramp is done. So yeah, I just wanted to get all that done before we called it a day for today. But either way, we have gold. It's very little, and we have nothing to do with it yet, but we are officially producing gold. So that is an excellent spot to stop for today. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And if you did, please leave a like and a comment. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe. It really does help. Other than that, we'll catch you in the next one. Have a good one. See ya.